Short films are hard to define because everyone made is unique. The BFI give their own tips on writing a good short film by making the director consider who is the protagonist, what is the theme, and who opposes the protagonist. Additionally, they say tone is captured in performance, but screenplay lays the foundations for tone to be found by the director, actor, and cinematographer. It is important to fit the conventions of real media products to acknowledge the importance of targeting specific audiences. I have done this for a variety of different techniques for my main product and ancillary texts. First, I have used conventions of cliché horror films from the use of several scenes throughout my film. Conventions of horror films are designed to frighten and panic and evoke our hidden worst fears. This includes a scene where Shani's feet appear under the door, followed by her appearing in the glass through the doorway. These clips are accompanied by horror sound clips which are typical noises you would hear in a horror film, which is an example of one of the ways I have developed the forms of real media products. Another example would be the scenes where Shani is following Jack when he was about to get in his car. This scene is also conventional because it makes the audience jump. However, there are several parts where my short film challenges the conventions. This is mainly because my short film is a hybrid genre, as it includes scenes from the social realism genre. Conventionally, films would start in a state of equilibrium. However, I would argue that my film begins with the disruption, as Jack is being followed right from the start. One reason I did this was because we only had a 5-minute time allowance, and I could not waste time like a feature-length film could. In relation to the film review and film poster, I have followed the conventions closely in order for my ancillary text to look as professional as real media products. With my film poster, I made one of the main characters dominate the page, which is conventional of horror films like Scream and Annabelle. For my film review, I looked at several examples so I could match the layout. Additionally, I could also gain inspiration from the style of writing. One way I have conformed to a narrative theory is through the use of enigma codes. I have used enigma codes several times throughout my film to make it more interesting. This is the driving force of the narrative and is what creates tension and satisfies audience demands. For example, an enigma code in my film is, who is the person following Jack around? As the audience first see her in Jack's workplace. This makes the film interactive with the audience as they are not being passive, as they have to try and work out the plot.